everything was closed.
Yes.
Except for the 7-Eleven. God bless the Indian.
Even Walmart was closed.
God bless the Indian culture. Y'all stay open regardless of the holiday. You said, yo, Slurpee machine is on 24/7. Let's get this money.
7-Eleven.
So 7-Eleven hooked it up. I saw homegirl on the corner. There's this woman who happens to be homeless. My heart goes out to her, so I always try to help her out. I was like, oh, let me go. I don't have any cash. It's Thanksgiving. Let me pull over, get $5 cash back. You know, I also needed rolling papers and some spiked seltzer. I didn't just pull over to, hook her up.
You hooked me up with that half-baked ice cream.
Oh, yeah, definitely needed the ice cream. So we made a little trip. Gave her the $5, and I was like, hey, do you want a spiked seltzer? I got orange. I got, lemon, cherry, whatever flavor. And she was like, oh, I don't drink. And I was like, what? She's like, I don't drink. Like, have a good Thanksgiving. But I know she does something because you can't be there for 2 years and just be sober. Now I want to, what's it called? Not aid. What is it?
Find out what she is
Yeah, I
into.
want to find out what is her vice. Because you can't have 3 teeth and just be like on the corner.
I think we know what she's into. You
All
just
right.
answer that. She's got 3 teeth.
I know, but do you think if I drove by with a joint, she'd be like, "Oh no, I don't do cannabis." But then I came by with a needle, and she'd be like, "Yeah, put it in my arm." Like, what's her thing?
I don't know. Let's not find out.
I feel so bad for enable. I want to enable her. I'm like, maybe she's making good money on the corner and she's saving up and, she's going to get an apartment soon and, she's got a job lined up. And I'm just like, what? I'm driving by like, what drug is she? What is she like?
She's like doing her little rehab and she's
she's going to meetings. She's doing great.
And there's you, this random stranger that just moved in down the block a month ago and let me find out what this lady was.
I'm driving by like, you need drugs? I got drugs.
But tell me what you need. I got you. Anything. Tell me. Yeah. Tell me what it is. I'll get you anything.
I go, look. No disrespect. I'm just trying to stimulate the economy. The Coke dealer's baby needs new shoes. Okay. Okay. I know they're going to
Jordans.
They're going to online classes. He has Windows 98. He needs a new laptop. So go buy what you need to buy. No. My heart goes out there. I always try to take care of the homeless.
Yes, you're very giving.
We had the probably too giving. I was telling you I tried to hook up that guy in L.A. in front of the grocery store.
Yeah.
I was running in because I had to get to a show, and I
Picky motherfucker.
Yeah, I get to the thing, and I go, hey man, I'm running in. I'm grabbing a sandwich and a bottle of water. I go, I'm gonna get you a sandwich and a bottle of water. Also, I go, tell me what you want. I got you. He goes, give me a turkey on rye with brie, no mayo. I'm like, brie? Brie? I go, they don't even make sandwiches with brie in this grocery store.
He knows what he wants.
I was like, how long has this guy been homeless that he has a brie cheese custom order?
Yeah.
And then when I brought it out to him,
free, man.
I go, hey, all they had was like ham and cheese or whatever. I forget, and he goes, all right, thanks. And as I get to my car, I watch him start to open the wrapper, and he just starts screaming at this building, just at the building. He was like, you fucking mother. And
he's upset. It wasn't the brie.
Is that what it was? It wasn't a Vietnam flashback. It was.
He's mad at all those demons that are haunting him.
Yeah, they're triggered by.
You did this to me. You didn't give me the brie. You bitches.
Cheddar cheese activates the schizophrenia. Sad, man. I had the funniest homeless thing was, I think we were in Brooklyn on the way back from a show. It was me and Danny in New York, and
Danny, shout out Danny.
Yeah, shout out Danny. And we had this guy just approached us like real weird, so we were both like, all right, are we, you don't want to be violent, but you're in New York, so you're like, you might have to beat someone to death.
You always have to have your guard up.
Just to make your train,
Yeah.
So this guy comes over and he's like, hey, real quick. He's like, the police are after me. And I go,
get the fuck away from me.
I go, don't lead with that. Okay, you want someone to stick around and have a conversation? Don't have the first thing go, hey, man,
They're out to get
the
me.
cops are coming for me. So I go, oh, now I'm interested. I go, maybe that's his ploy. Because you go, oh, why are the cops? You you're curious.
Oh, you were curious about it?
I am now.
So intrigued.
I am now. But I also don't want to hang around long enough to be considered an accessory. That FBI agent.
He tells you way too much.
I don't want to have the Lincoln Town car down the street with the. They're just taking those big unnecessary photographs of me.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, yeah, we saw you talking to the guy in the beanie. Now I'm in like the 82nd precinct going, I don't know him. I don't know. So anyway, this guy comes up and he goes, hey, man, the cops are after me. He goes, I need $3. And I go, $3 is going to get you away from the cops. What? I was just curious. I go, do you need a protein bar to outrun them? What is going to get you? Are you getting a nice coffee to really get you going, the heart rate up?
He's a salesman.
The cops are out there. I go, you're going to take the 2 train to Florida?
He has that sense of urgency ready to go.
Oh, my God.
The cops are after me. $3.
I need $3.
Is all you get to help me outrun
As
the
if
cops.
I'm going to be like, oh, absolutely. 1, 2, 3. Just filling out singles.
For $3.
Wild. Yeah, it's just, it's insane. But yeah.
That's insane is right.
I feel like the homeless in LA are a lot more laid back than the homeless in New York. And I think it's just because they're allowed to set up like tents and stuff.
For sure. And the weather is so much nicer.
That is true too.
And the fact that just the tent alone,
Yeah.
it's fucked up. Like, we pass by so many homeless people in the streets of New York City, and
Right.
they just have a sleeping bag, and it's like, how can you even fall asleep like that?
Alcohol.
asleep,
Yeah.
like having a tent.
It's
would
a
be so
weird
much
thing,
better.
Nance. Something about heroin will
Yeah.
make that sidewalk feel like a Tempur-Pedic. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no right to speak on that.
You
being
put a New York
homeless.
Times article over your lap and you go, wow, is that Egyptian cotton? Anyway, we do have some news. I know this article came out a few days ago, but this one came out 3 hours ago. This little follow-up on the story. I think we watched this live, but it was a mysterious silver monolith disappears from the Utah desert. So if you guys remember a few days back, I don't know if you saw it, but there's a silver, it looks like an 11-foot tall stainless steel refrigerator. And it landed perfectly. I think you said it was like the water bottle challenge, where this thing is just landed perfectly straight up and down in the Utah desert. And at first, when I saw it, I go, oh, this is just some rich asshole. He ordered a stupid Beverly Hills sculpture.
Yeah, that for sure looks like
Like via
just
helicopter.
a meaningless $1 million sculpture that some billionaire would just.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I want to put that right by my tennis court.
Yeah, exactly. There's like Beverly Hills sculptures. They'll have like a left foot
So yeah,
with a flip flop, and the guy's like, "Oh, that's Richard Bronson, the third. He's a famous." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! Like, you just got ripped off."
yeah.
That guy was living in a van 2 days ago, and then now that you bought his foot sculpture, he's living in a mansion down the street from you. It's like, it makes me want to just start sculpting things, because I'm like, if I price it for $400,000, maybe some asshole will go, "Whoa, that's the piece I need to complete my set of left thumb," whatever the fuck they're into. You know?
Fake it till you make it, right? Just put the price tag on.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just this 11-foot tall stainless steel thing, and now I thought nothing of it. I'm like, yo, it's just a sculpture that fell, and
Somebody put it there.
yeah, or just it's very, very interesting. But then I read this article that came up 3 hours ago. And now it has me thinking aliens. Okay, because
Let's hear why.
all right, because this just came out. A mysterious silver monolith that was placed in the Utah desert has disappeared less than 10 days after it was spotted by wildlife biologists performing a helicopter survey of bighorn sheep, federal officials and witnesses said. So, this Kimberly Finch lady said that it was illegally installed, the structure, or illegally shot out of space into the desert or crash landed, whatever this thing is. But the Bureau of Land Management said an unknown party removed it. So, unknown party, maybe 10 black Suburbans, guys with suits and machine guns.
Men in Black.
Yeah. Did the military, was that the unknown
I know.
agency?
So now that it's suddenly disappeared, it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, it gets weirder. So the department said they didn't remove it, but it was there for like 6 days. And then we have Spencer Owen of Salt Lake City said he saw the monolith Friday afternoon and camped in the region overnight. He's like,
shit.
dude, I think we're going to like stay the night and see if like the alien comes back to like retrieve it.
That would be us if we found that.
This other guy said, I was really bummed, said Owen. We got Spencer and Owen. Some classic, like, we're going to go hiking and like,
Owen.
hopefully we don't get trapped. Like 127 hours.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what you get. Your arm crushed for going hiking by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, call someone.
Yeah.
But he said,
always tell someone where you're going.
yeah, or we can do that.
No, that's what you should do.
Yeah.
He would have avoided that.
I think the people that do go hiking by themselves alone in the woods secretly don't want to come back. Anyway, you know.
That could be true as well.
You know, if you're hiking by yourself in the Arizona desert, you know, maybe
you really don't want to come back.
maybe it's not a sad case when you find them with a snake wrapped around their throat.
That's true.
But yeah, so this guy said, I was really bummed, said Owen, who posted the video on Instagram. It was so pretty and shiny. I wanted to go see it again. So this guy's out there on shrooms camping. Whoa, dude.
So pretty. Let me lick it.
Dude, it's like the Silver Surfer's fucking surfboard, but a square, dude. So it's like,
I can't stop staring.
yeah, this is how the Mormon religion got started. Golden plates fell from the heavens in Pennsylvania. And the one guy, Joseph Smith, he was the only one, you know, with the special glasses that could see it. You know, like, what do the plates say, Joseph? And he goes, it says I'm also Jesus. And then now, like, everyone gave him billions of dollars.
It says I need to have 30 wives.
Yeah. There's a guy right now.
The age of 18.
That's claiming to be the owner of the monolith. He goes, that's my monolith. And you guys need to follow me. And give me all your money. And definitely some Waco shit. The next Waco is going to occur because this stirred up the Mormons. You don't want to drop anything in Utah and get those Mormons stirred up. So this dude said, this was just a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and we couldn't miss out. Miss out once in a lifetime to see a shiny object? Dude, this is the only time I'm ever going to get to see
a stainless
steel monolith, dude, that just fell. So, yeah, I thought nothing of this at first. Just absolutely nothing until I finished the article, and they said it was pretty disappointing. We were really excited to go down and have an adventure to see it. It felt like it was everybody's, and then it was nobody's. It's gone. That's the last of the article.
We're in this together, guys, with this stainless steel monolith.
Where has it gone?
We all have to figure out where it went.
Yeah, and that's just the last you heard. And I'm like, that
We're
gave me...
never going to hear
I wasn't interested at all, and now I'm kind of interested in the mysterious monolith. They had a monolith.
You're intrigued?
It's interesting. And I was looking at Florida Man News, and all I could find was it wasn't anything good, but it was Florida man released early after serving 31 years for nonviolent marijuana crime. So
that's so sad.
So this white dude, and that was the thing that was bittersweet about this, was I'm like, oh, they're going to show, like, you know, at the worst time, they're going to show this, like, poor black guy, you know, and he got caught with, like, a couple joints.
Yeah.
And then I saw it was a white guy, and I'm like, oh, see, it happens to white people, too.
Yeah, there's no such thing as white privilege.
And then I scrolled down, and he had, like, trafficked, like, 100 pounds and was, like, wanted for all this stuff. So it does say nonviolent marijuana, but he was moving enough weed to where it could have got violent, you know?
I don't think I've seen, well, besides Pineapple Express, Like, weed and violence just don't really mesh well.
100 pounds of weed will cause violence. There's a reason why
Whether you're smoking it or trying to get it.
I'm talking about as far as using it as a unit of as a product,
Trying to get
not
it.
as
Maybe.
a use.
He looks like a pretty hard guy.
Yeah, I mean, 31 years in prison will do that to you. I mean, if you survive 31 years in federal prison, you're gonna look pretty hard. It's the only way you can survive, or you're gonna be wearing lipstick.
But that's just so crazy that
he doesn't look like that.
For marijuana, a plant.
Yeah, no,
they would do that, but they're releasing rapists and murderers for the corona because they're scared that the prisons are too populated and they don't want people getting coronavirus in prison.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
No sense whatsoever.
But another thing you can't tell people because they're like, what?
It makes no sense.
They go, I don't care if you're releasing violent inmates if they're able to bring me my General Chow chicken via Uber Eats.
The world is just like so topsy-turvy right now. We talk about this all the time. Like, we don't know what perspective some people are looking through into this world.
Oh, no. You're seeing it more now than ever, especially like the political divide is on both sides. People are just in the deep end.
We saw this sign.
Just drifting.
This, there, where we are living right now, there are heavy Biden supporters. Like, we see flags out. We see signs out all the time. We see people on the corners of the streets with the Biden signs like, Biden, let's go. Yeah, we want Biden.
Yeah.
And we saw this sign. It was Biden. We want truth, not lies.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's crazy.
My mind exploded. Like, what are they seeing right now?
Yeah,
like,
no.
What are they taking?
It's unbelievable. And I mean, it's like you want to laugh, but it's just sad at this point because you have.
I want to knock on their door and just ask them.
But that's the media.
Tell me what news you're looking at.
That's the media, though. That's what I'm saying is people are off the deep end. Is you can't say, oh, Black Lives Matter and all this stuff, and then pick Kamala Harris and Biden as your leader when they've literally hid evidence and like
they
left people in prison. Yeah,
only black people.
Yeah, they're like responsible for locking up the most.
All of the laws that they passed affected and incarcerated so many black people. It's unbelievable.
Oh, I know.
But yet you see so many of these Black Lives Matter people.
But that's what makes you also wonder is because maybe it's like how many people know that and are like still like Biden. So it's like who's the real racist, you know?
Oh.
Does that make sense? Like
no, I totally
what if someone's like you go to someone and you're like, "Hey, he's responsible for the 94 crime bill, this and that, this and that."
Like, you think it's a front, like the real racist.
And I'm like, she withheld evidence and kept people incarcerated to as essentially modern day slave labor. And they go, "Oh yeah, I know, Biden 2020." Then you go, "Oh, you're just a fucking you're just a racist."
Yeah, well, I've never come across
like a legit.
That. Have you come across that?
No, but I'm just saying, you don't even get that far in the conversation. That's why I'm saying it's so divided.
They're racist without realizing it.
Like I'm trying to stay super neutral, but it's like even neutral, people don't even they're not even letting you be neutral anymore.
Yeah.
So if I'm like,
you have to have a side.
If I'm like, I don't know about that, man. I'm like, is that really what you think? And then you just asking like, is that what you think? They'll be like, yeah, you fucking idiot. Like it's just immediately this like complete dismissal. And I'm like, I'm just asking you a question.
The temperature in the room rises.
Yeah, for no reason.
There are.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think we're gonna see like some crazy shit?
I definitely don't want Biden and Kamala to be in office. Trump, I don't like him as a person. I think he's has a huge ego. I think he
Careful with the mic.
sorry. Whoops. He has a huge ego. He thinks he's better than everyone else. Well, I don't know if he thinks he's maybe.
No, he's about the ratings and
Yeah,
it's a reality TV star in office.
It's all about his ego, but
Right.
I do think he loves the country. I think he loves what our Constitution stands for, which it's what Americans are. We are our Constitution. That's what makes us different than all the other countries in the world. And Trump he tells it like it is. He doesn't give a fuck about what anyone thinks.
Which is also, you could say, a flaw.
Yes, it's a flaw, but that's so rare for someone to not beat around the bush.
I mean, I'm saying as far as the not giving a fuck, that turns so many people off. And it's
people like to see compassion, but he shows compassion in other ways.
I just think it's I'm okay, look, he's not going to sell us to China.
Yes.
And the other guy
about
is
America.
Right. So it's okay, obviously you got to go.
He's not going to let anyone bully us, and he's not going to. He wants what's best for America, and at the end of the day, that's what we should all want.
Or even if it's the best for him, and he's well, I happen to live in America, so obviously I don't want it to go to shit.
Exactly. What am I thinking?
So it's either way.
What Joe Biden? He has a daughter. He has a son. He has grandchildren. What is he thinking when he thinks about his grandchildren's future?
I mean, I don't know. They probably have a deal with other countries, but
for his whole family to be set
I
up.
don't know. They're just about getting paper. I mean, that's mainly what politics is. You're oh, why isn't there ever someone reasonable in politics? And it's well, I think either someone gets into politics because they go, I want to make a change, and then someone tells them, hey, sign this and you'll get a yacht, and they go, oh, okay, throw all that shit out the window. Or it's just the people that want to do that job are psychos anyway, because it's a completely different. It's another form of Hollywood.
I think
if you look at it,
to get into politics, you have to really love it, and you think that you want to be all about for the people. And then, like you said, you get in there and you realize that there's lobbying and
I think you just get compromised. Yeah,
the corruption, get compromised, everything, and then it's fuck, I have blackmail on me now, for whatever reason you now have blackmail.
Oh yeah, they'll find a way to get some dirt on your fingernails.
But that's the thing, is Donald Trump really trying to weed out all that corruption, or is he part of all the corruption?
Yeah.
And is this all a ploy, and this is really all part of the bigger agenda, us trying to be so divided, and us no, we want the country to go this way. No, we want it to go this way.
Well, I think,
is Trump giving into that, or is he trying to fight that?
Yeah.
Because I see both sides. I'm still so skeptical to even believe that Trump is the good guy and he is the better guy, or...
Right. Because part of me is oh, the whole system is...
The whole system
corrupt
is
regardless. Rigged. Yeah. So it's been like that for, probably since the 30s.
George Carlin said it best. There's a big party and we ain't in it. The big club.
I just think if we can hold till 2024, definitely going to have to have something just totally different, Or, I know it's the United States, but let's be honest, every state already does their own thing. And you can definitely see it with who's locking down, New York and California.
Oh, for sure.
But the South is wide open, so it's just very, very different. And I'm almost thinking, we should have a North United States and a South United States, or a East United States and a West United States, because it's
if you want to...
there has to be a cool down in this country, because it's not... I feel like they just keep putting Mentos in the Diet Coke bottle every month, and eventually the lid's going to fucking go pop.
Well, I think
you can feel it.
Pop.
You can feel it.
I think the lid will go pop.
Yeah, and the more you
Whether
avoid
it be with anti-maskers, whether it be for you voted for Biden or Trump,
right?
whether it be whatever. People are so divided right now.
I don't know. I feel like if you put Biden on one side of the country and Trump on the other, and
That'd be fine, yeah.
and just let everyone have what they want at this point. You know?
Yep. And then they'll live in harmony.
It would be sad.
Your neighbor agrees with you.
It would be sad, but if that prevents violence, like, you know what I mean? What would you rather have? A civil war or just like a complete split?
Well,
because you feel it boiling. I mean, you know me, Nance. Like, you've been watching it, you've been seeing it.
yeah, I totally understand how you feel about it. Right. I feel like I hate violence. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't want to see that.
But I feel like as a natural human instinct, we are violent people. Like, it's like, which wolf do you want to feed? We have the two wolves inside of us, you know?
Okay.
Naturally, we have one for survival instincts, you know?
Where are you going with this?
I'm saying for us to find a resolution as a country, there has to be some sort of pushback. Because
no one wants to talk. No one wants to talk it out. So it's like that's what's making. I'm sitting in the bleachers watching this, going, oh shit, because eventually the bull's gonna jump into the crowd.
Well, this might be a little weird, and well, not weird, but an analogy. So we just got a kitten, right? And he tries and like to bite us and scratch us, and it's all in a playing way, you know. He doesn't have another kitten to bite him back, and if he did have another kitten to bite him back, it would show him, ouch, that hurts. I'm not going to bite anymore because I don't like to be bit. So we have the left here barking and biting and being disruptive and really like making a scene and like causing a ruckus. And then we have the right not doing anything. And how long can the right sit back and tolerate all this destruction and hurt?
Because they're more peaceful naturally.
It's hurting communities more than anything.
Yeah.
It's not helping anything. It's not helping our country. And now all of a sudden that people think that Biden is president-elect, people want to unify. Meanwhile, they were just hurting the country not too long ago.
Yeah, no, it's not good. And I just don't want to see a civil war because I know, one, it would just open up another door for another country to invade. Like, that's the thing. Yeah. It's like
we can't appear
weak. There's other countries that are watching us and they're going like, ooh, as soon as they start killing each other, like, we're gonna go in there.
I've never even thought of that.
And then it's gonna be even more fucking crazy because they're gonna be like, that's the left and that's the right. I'm gonna be like, the Chinese are parachuting into, you know,
they're kung fu fighting
into Disneyland. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Is that Japanese? Kung fu?
Huh? Kung flu, you said?
I'm culturally incorrect. Gonna get a lot of hate comments.
Right. No. people ride with you. No, I mean, I try and stay so neutral, but it's getting hard when you see that it's just like getting to the point where it's.
We mind our business. We
100%. We
try to have faith in humanity, and we do what we can to help out humanity. We try not, we don't go out into the world and say, oh, we're not going to help you because you're a Biden supporter. Yeah. It doesn't matter to us, but it's just
well, I mean, you see,
so
like,
weird to see how some people are viewing all this and seeing their perspective on this.
Right.
But it's the left that's making all this noise and being destructive.
People just need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I feel like at this point we need to just open the country completely because people, real crazy people, need to go to the bar.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
They need to continue on their daily
I'm saying,
lives.
like, the longer this shit goes, you're going to
Uh-huh.
start seeing the crazy people.
Yeah.
Like, we were talking
That's
about.
not going to be a fun.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you know, God forbid there is a civil war,
Well,
like a
yeah.
real civil war.
The
there-
backwoods people are coming out.
I'm saying
We ran into that one guy the other day.
there's people in West Virginia when I went to go visit my grandma that they know what they're saying to each other. You have no idea. Yeah. They'll go up and they'll shake hands. They'll go, hey, days, deep, no, gain, knees, deep, oh, nay, baby. And another guy will go, mama, gain, no, knees, deep. And I'm like, drive the car now.
Like you see in The Hills Have Eyes.
Yes.
Those fucking
They're having a full
incest
conversation.
Fucking
I go, what English class did you go to? Where and they're armed to the teeth, and they don't play
They
the.
don't have any teeth.
Yeah,
That's not good enough.
they're armed to the teeth and don't have any.
That means they have no armory.
Oh my god. Well, shit, I don't know, man. I hope everyone out there, man. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Thanks for joining us. I know, you know, the show's evolving. You know, if you're watching on YouTube, you know, we got the shelf up now. It'll come down any day because
We have a pretty flower.
I'm not a real contractor. Yeah, we got a flower. And, yeah, man, just thanks for being here. If this is your first time on the show, you can follow us on Instagram at Sean Madden Comedy, at Nance Todd. If it's his fist bumping me. Okay. And if you're returning and you haven't, you know, been back in a while, hey, what's up? Thanks for coming back. And yeah, we did 30 plus minutes as requested.